Well, is this not why though we need the Super League show to be on nationally at a time when people might go?
No, look, you see that?
That's what we want.
Well, I think what we want is a way of showcasing somebody like Tommy Makinson. Now
you don't say a personality.
You don't want to do it at 12:30 in the morning. But
and then again, here's another reason why we've kicked ourselves in the foot. If we'd have announced on Wednesday the International Player of the Year is Tommy Makinson, then everyone would go, yeah. But we've given him an award, and this is not his fault, which has been won in the past by the best player in the world.
one of whom is sitting in the room.
We have got one golden boot between us on this show.
And a golden golf ball.
I can't help but feel if one of us had have actually put a bit more effort in and got on with people, we might have even got a golden cap.
We might have had a pair of golden boots.
I've been on to the RLAF, right?
Oh, you've been on, have you?
Yeah. Scully's golden caps in the post. It's off eBay, don't panic. He's coming from China, it might be here next week. But it's not Tommy Makinson's fault that he's won an award which can you imagine if in any other sport you gave an award out, you said, well, this used to be given for, say in cricket, this award used to be given to the best bowler, but now we've given it to the best wicket keeper. Yeah. It's not, it's again, we've done this to ourselves. We are our own worst enemy.
I get it, but I don't think we explained it well enough. But when the International Federation bought the Golden Boot, which they paid money for it, it's now their property. It's their right to rebrand that for it to be what they need it to be. They are only in charge of the internationals that go on. So, you know, there is the Dally M to crown the best domestic player in Australia. There is the Man of Steel to crown the best domestic player. What they're saying is above that will be the Golden Boot, which is only for internationals. But I'm not sure they said that. They just said, we bought the Golden Boot, here are the other people that won it. And you go, yeah, but they won it because of all the things they did. You're now saying you're going to have to play 3 games and you can win it. What it says, going right back to the debate we've had at the very beginning of this programme, is for the Golden Boot to have meaning, we need to play more internationals.
Well, the way it is at the moment, and Aussie will never win it again, will they?
Well, that's good. Well done for playing in 3 games.
What did you make of it, lads? I mean, you are the person here that's won it. I mean, you know, what does it devalue what you won, or do you look at it now as just a different thing?
No, well, as I say, it's not Tommy Makinson's fault. As Phil just rightly explained, the RLF bought off League Express, Martin Sadler, who was from there, but as it was the best player in the world over a 12-month period. So I would imagine you heard the comments from Fittler, from Greg Alexander. He never won it, by the way, but from Fittler and. I would imagine, well, certainly I feel it's degrading it because, you know, as Phil mentioned, it's not being explained properly, and I agree with what Justin Holbrook has said in League Express. It's not Tommy Makinson's fault. It hasn't been explained rightly what it's all about, and he said it should change it to the International Player of the Year. It's as simple as that. Not as the best player in the world, but the International Player of the Year.
But then everybody needs to play the same amount of tests so you can compare players. Nations, I mean, I know you're not comparing like with like in terms of standard, but one of the nations who've played more than any other is Spain, who are still on the merry-go-round for qualification. But they've had a brilliant year. They could still get to the
Phil, don't be telling somebody from Spain should be International Player of the Year.
No, but they should be in the nomination. They should be in the nomination.
Can you name a Spanish player then?
Rodriguez.
He's just made that. He's made that.
You can't dismiss that.
He's made that.
My next door neighbour's called Rodriguez, but he's not from Spain.
You can't dismiss
Rodriguez.
Delgado.
Somebody from Spain.
He scored the try in Serbia. Tony Delgado did score the try.
But somebody from Spain.
No, what I'm saying is, if you're serious about
the only thing he should win is a bottle of Factor 6.
the International Player of the Year, he should be nominated. He may not win it.
That's a fair point.
He should be nominated.
Why not?
Well, who the hell did they play?
Greece.
But the fact is, at international level, they have played a number. The Netherlands have won 4 games for the first time ever in a year. They must have a player who deserves a nomination.
Who's that?
Because he's the Netherlands, because he's played more games than James Tedesco at international level.
There were 4 men on the men's shortlist?
Yes.
5 women. Why were there more women on the shortlist? Why? It's the first time the women's Golden Boot's been awarded.
Yeah.
They must have known before the event who won it.
They did.
Right.
So fly
because they made the video. Well, this was brilliant, wasn't it? We got the first ever women's golden boot via satellite from Australia. How many, was it just one golden cap winner there? And that was Adrian Morley. The rest were all represented by either Todd Greenberg or
Man from New Zealand.
In fairness, Jim Sullivan had an excuse not to be there, so that was fine. But you know, Ruben Wiki wasn't there. No one else was there.
Cameron Smith
Petra
wasn't there.
Simon wasn't there.
Lockie wasn't there.
So,
But
so
they
they've
could
got
have
this
been.
new thing.
I mean, they could have been.
Here's another great new concept we've come up with. I'm trying to get an invite for next year, obviously, here. We've come up with a great new concept. The only person there to accept it is Adrian Morley.
Did you know that this year's Golden Boot was originally drawn?
What?
Dallin Watine-Zelezniak and Tommy Makinson were level after the original vote.
Don't be saying this
Who
now.
votes?
And
votes
they
on
went.
this?
They had
No,
to
who
go
votes?
back to the
Who
panel.
votes?
Don't, hold on. Don't. They had a game of paper, scissors, rock.
Who's on the panel?
They
Who's on
did.
the panel?
Come on, that'd round it up.
It's
That'd
not
round it
serious.
up.
I used to be on.
It's
I used to be on the panel. On the panel before when it was.
That's
with
what
Mike
else you've
Sadler.
been sacked.
If we get yeah. On the panel, it was me.
They said you
Me,
didn't vote Martin
me,
Powell
Malvern
wasn't
again.
Me, Wally Lewis, Brett Kenny, Hugh McGann, Martin, and I think the late great Malcolm Andrews. I used
All the
to.
people that aren't in your
I
family.
used to get the vote for the Golden Boot.
So who did they go to then for the? Who
Well,
was
they
on
went
the
back.
panel?
They went back to. I don't know, but Makinson won it 4-1 when they went back and said you've got to choose
So it was
one.
a draw before, and then it ended up 4-1.
Is it like the X Factor?
Well, this is
Why
the-
did it go to deadlock?
I mean, it is the power of recency,
Eh?
isn't it? He scored the hat-trick on the weekend. And again, we're not saying anything negative about Tommy
I
Makinson.
honestly think that if you look at purely internationals played this year, he has as good a case as anybody
Yeah,
to
of
be
course,
named
of course.
the International Player of the Year. If that is now awarded the Golden Boot, nothing to do with him.
I can have a golden rugby ball.
There was a year when they had a dinner, an International Player of the Year type dinner, where every nation sent something in about their Player of the Year, and it felt like a much bigger event. I think we should do that again. So our International Player of the Year would be our Golden Boot winner. Australia's would be their Dally M winner. Every nation would nominate a player.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
And I know they were both preparing for the third test, so I understand they had training and whatever. Obviously, had to go straight away after to go for training. It was a shame that only the Golden Boot nominees were there on Wednesday when it is the Hall of Fame dinner, and they all disappeared before the Hall of Fame bit.
All of the England squad should have been there,
Yeah.
all of the New Zealand
Yeah.
squad. They were all in Leeds,
Why
so
not?
there's no reason why they shouldn't have been.
Yeah, got to be better at 8
Well,
o'clock.
I mean, maybe for the Kiwis, of course, who wouldn't stop and speak to the media the week before, we didn't get offered a free Chinese or something to go on TV. Sean Johnson's happy to speak when he's getting free food.
Did
isn't
he interview well yesterday, the Kiwis?
I've no idea. I didn't say I buggered off. Once I saw people drinking beer in the mix zone, I thought this isn't for me anymore.
When you mentioned the makers of being the England international player for England, what about Alec Wyatt? How do you think he's played? Brilliant for the four tests.
I'd have voted. Personally, if I'd have been on a panel, I'd have voted for Whitehead. But it helps when you score a hat-trick the week before.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that.
Stephen's asked if he won it 4-1, how was it a draw before?
Well,
Who knows? We don't know, Stephen. We're just looking for more invites to stuff.
because there's more than 5 people. Anyway, the
Well, they only
first
have
set of
5 people.
votes, they were drawn.
This is like the Electoral College in America. We've no idea
Yeah.
how it works. Donald Trump's going to come in and say, actually, it was Steele Retchwas. He's the winner.
Yeah, I think there's 5 people on that panel, isn't there? Well, got this new panel now. Martin Sadler, Mascot's on it. Dave Woods is on it.
Yeah, but didn't Steve Mascall tweet that he was going to be
Sorry?
taken off?
There's 5 people on the
So-
on the panel to pick the Golden Boot.
So the first set of votes could have been 2
but also,
and 1.
but also as well,
and
though,
then-
compare that to the original panel, i.e. myself, Lewis Kenny. I think we know a little bit more about Rugby League, to be honest with you,
Oh.
Oh, you know more than Martin.
from a player's point of view. Of course I do.
You don't want to get sacked from his collar.
Of course I do.
He's internationally unemployed all over the world now. He's like us, really.